So welcome, it's day 29. So it's all about the shoulders and the wrists. So when we're doing things like any kind of upside down poses, like say handstands or forearm stands, or simply doing the downward dog, even cat-cow, we've got a lot of weight on our wrists, and so we can get quite sore through here. And maybe you might find that other parts of the body are getting a bit achy, and that could be because we need some more opening through the shoulders. So today we have a specific focus on that, so that you can get the desired results that you wish to have by doing a regular yoga practice. Namaste. So we'll start by standing in the center of the mat. Just have your feet hip width apart and separate the heels. Look at your feet, separate all the toes, lift the kneecaps up, pressing back on those top thighs, squeezing the hips in, arms down the sides. Let's just inhale and roll through those shoulders. So we're working through our shoulders and wrists particularly today. So many yoga exercises require us to have strong arms and strong shoulders. Sorry, there's a Karajong chatting over there. Long video. Okay, good. Let's stretch those arms out as far as they will go, and left arm on top. Let's just lift those arms up. So lifting up the elbows, hands away from the face. Excellent. And then just keeping that chin in. So really press the arms against each other, and really keep bringing the shoulders down, elbows up, hands away, and bringing in your lower belly in order to straighten up your neck. Beautiful. Stretch the arms out and right arm on top this time. Good. Lifting the elbows, chin in, pressing down through all parts of the feet, the sole of the foot, not the toes. Toes can be lifted and extended to really help bring your weight into the feet itself. It's a very slight balancing pose, but it really helps to engage the legs. Beautiful. And stretch the arms out, all the way out. Good. And we're going to inhale the arms up and then inside out with those fingers. So just turning them up, Baddhyasana. So thumbs coming up to the sky and pinky fingers going behind you. So flatten out those palms and really press them up to the sky, all the way up. And then bring the shoulders down. That's it. Keep the elbows really, really, really straight. And let's press them all the way up. And bringing the shoulders down. Beautiful. Bring the arms out in front of you. And then changing the cross of the fingers the other way. Inhale, exhale. And as you inhale, lifting your arms all the way up. Straighten up those elbows. So let's really work on straightening those arms. Ears between the arms. Bring those hands back, 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 back. Try to even go behind the ears, but the neck is still in alignment with the spine. That's it. Stretch, 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 stretch. And then bring those shoulders down. Well done, everybody. Excellent. And let's stretch the fingers out to the sides and arms to the sides. Very nice work. Okay, now let's get a block. So just grabbing a block. And what you're going to do here is you have your fingers on the sides of the block like that. Okay, so thumb and fingers are all on the block, and you're going to squeeze that block really, really firmly. Okay, so let's try, have our feet a little bit wider and turn the toes out this time, and then pulling in the lower belly. So we're just getting a bit more work through those thighs, lifting up the toes. Okay, and squeezing the block. Now, bring that block down in front of you and squeeze it as firmly as you possibly can. Bring the shoulders back. And then inhale, continuing to squeeze, 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 squeeze. So working through the arms and the shoulders here, stretching them all the way up and keep squeezing those arms. And then dropping the shoulders down. That's it. Space between the ears and the shoulders. Good. Keep pulling in that lower belly, keep squeezing those hands. Inhale all the way up and then exhale, coming forward. Nice work. Now bring the block behind you, and this time you can grab the block. So I'm just grabbing it like that, fingers on one side, thumb on the other. So I just grab the block behind me, and this time I'm pulling the hands apart as I lift up that block behind me. So pulling the hands apart, grabbing the block, and really bringing the shoulder blades together. So I'm bringing the dorsal spine in. Now remember to make sure that your weight is evenly distributed over both feet, pulling in that lower belly and lifting up the toes, straightening those arms. Up, 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 up. Excellent. And release. Well done, everybody. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do some internal and external rotation with the arms. So we'll start first of all by an external rotation. So you have your arms by your sides like this, and then you rotate the palms outward. Okay, so you do this way, and then this is an inward rotation where you bring the palms on the outside, backs the hands against the thighs. So let's do the external rotation first of all. Let's bring the feet right next to each other this time. Good. And really bring that tailbone down, pulling in the lower belly, lifting the knees. External rotation, lifting the arms up, and bring the hands to prayer position above your head. Now try to straighten your arms as much as you can. You can cross the thumbs over, so just cross over the thumbs and stretch the arms up as far as you possibly can, and then dropping the shoulders and continuing to work on straightening those elbows. It's quite hard to do, well, just for me anyway. Shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down. Nice work. And then bring the arms out in front of you. Good. And then this time internally rotating the arms so the palms are facing outward, backs the hands against the thighs. And then lift the arms up behind you. So you know how before we had the block this way? Well, this time we're bringing the arms up behind us this way. Good. So straighten those arms. Notice if one arm has a tendency to bend. So for example, my right arm has a tendency to bend. So I just have to remember to straighten it. Good. Lift those arms up. And then coming forward and externally rotating the arms, bring them all the way up. And then internally rotating the arms, bringing them back. So we're getting a rotation through the shoulders by working on those hands as they are attached to the shoulders. All right, so let's do one more. Inhale, all the way up, and exhaling all the way down. Nice. And let's just roll the shoulders with the fingertips pointing down. So I have the palms facing the thighs, and then I'll externally rotate and with the hands and rotate the shoulders. Good. Now interlace the hands behind you at your behind. So you can see my hands are here interlaced. All right. So now I lift my hands up behind me, feet are together, and just lift them up as high as they'll go. And then as I exhale, bending forward. Now if you wish, if it's a little challenging with the feet together, then bring them hip width apart. Might be a good idea to do. Or even bring the feet quite wide apart so the outsides of the feet are on the edge of the mat. And just coming into a flat back if you can. So imagine somebody's pulling your hands behind you. So your arms are parallel. And bring the heels of the hands together. Good. Inhale and then exhale, bring those hands overhead. Woo. All the way to the mat behind your head. Just breathe. Allow the shoulders to open. Each time you exhale, you go a little more deeply. Each time you inhale, you reconsider your posture. Good. Coming up, bring those arms to a flat back again and coming all the way up. Now this time we're going to change the cross of the hands. So if you had your left thumb on top, now you interchange the interlace so the right thumb is on top. Okay, so let's do it again. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale and bring the shoulders together, palms of the hands together, and exhale coming into a flat back. So imagine someone's pulling those hands behind you as you're pulling the lower belly, lengthening the neck. As you exhale, folding, hands coming over the head, weight evenly distributed on both feet. Good. Feet are as wide as the mat. Really, without moving your feet, just keep sort of turning your heels out and pull those kneecaps up. So if you're getting swelling behind your knees, this really works, and of course it's great on hamstrings. Good. Let's bring the hands back parallel and really send those shoulders away from the neck, and then coming in to exhale as you finish at the top. Very nice. Ooh, can feel that now. Lovely. Okay, so now it's time to work on our wrists, so we will come down to the mat. Okay, coming down to the mat and sitting in a way that is comfortable for you. So I'm sitting in the diamond posture. It's nice to curl the toes under. That way you get a really good stretch through the toes as well. So you can try that, or if you prefer, just on top of the feet. Okay, let's just stretch the arms out in front of us and then pull the shoulders back. Okay, so if I show you from that side, so let's bring the shoulders back like that. Okay, so you should be able to feel your shoulder blades coming toward each other, and then let's just turn the wrists up, and then we'll rotate the hands, keeping the palms upward and the wrists upward. So rotating inward. So when we're doing a lot of downward dogs and arm balancing, we need to, that's the other way, we need to make sure that the wrists and shoulders are nice and open. So take your time. Actually, I'm going too fast, sorry. All right, now open and close the fingers. So just opening and closing. Keep the shoulders down. We used to do this in Kung Fu. We'd have to do like 100 times till you got to the point where it was like, it was really hard to open and close the fingers. Let's come out to the sides, doing the same thing, stretching them all the way out. Good, shoulder blades down, shoulders down, neck is long, belly in, turning them upward. All right, keep bringing those shoulder blades against the rib cage. Just watching a spider there, make sure it doesn't come my way. Okay, should be all right. Okay, and let's rotate the wrists, so toward the center. And then rotate the other way. Oh, this feels so nice. Thumbs are on the outside. And let's keep rotating to the front. And then rotate the other way. Beautiful work. Okay, now let's come onto our hands and knees. I want you just to place the palms down and then turn the palms backwards so the fingertips are facing toward you. And be nice and gentle to yourself and just sitting back and coming forward. So here we're just getting some nice gentle work through, but it's not that gentle actually, it's quite strong, work through the wrists. See how far you can sit back, still maintaining without hurting the wrists. That's it, and coming forward and coming back. Remember, if you just feel an edge, then you see if you can go a little bit more, but if you feel pain, you back off straight away. All right, good. Let's turn the hands outward, and we'll just go from side to side. Keep pulling in that belly, don't lose the rest of your body. Okay. Now, bring the backs of the hands onto the ground. Excuse me. And then we'll just forward and backward on those hands. So it's quite gentle. Arms are straight. And we're just working through the wrists, coming the other way this time. That's it. Nice work. All right, good. Coming onto the tops of the fists and just lengthening through that spine. And then just sit back onto your heels Bring your buttocks over the heels and just feel how your wrists feel now. It should feel quite nice and loose. And we've done some lovely work through the shoulders. Okay, so let's bring it together into a little flow. So we're going to bring the hands out in front and then press ourselves into our first dog for the day. So fingertips are wide, fingers are wide. Let's bring the feet as wide as the mat and really press back onto the heels. So with the feet being wider, you may find it easier to bring your heels to the floor. Remember that outside edges are in alignment with the mat. Good. Pressing through the hands just underneath the thumb and the base of thumb and base of the forefingers. Excellent. Pressing back, 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 back. And let's come forward into a plank. Just making sure I'm in the film. Good. Okay. And then see if you can come onto the tops of the feet while maintaining yourself in this plank position. And then coming onto your knees, back onto the feet. And keeping your forearms down, chin and chest to the floor into the staff pose. And then bringing yourself into do the cobra first, Bhujangasana, so the feet are still wide apart. And then pressing yourself all the way up into the full ardho mukha svanasana, so the upward dog. Quite a different feeling with the wide legs. And then coming onto the tops of the feet, pressing yourself back into the dog. Pulling in the belly. Alright. So, let's come forward to the plank. Tops of the feet. And let's come into the ardho mukha, upward dog. And then downward dog. So you should feel more open through the wrists and the shoulders. Great. Let's walk the hands back to the feet. Sure I'm in the camera. Okay, so feet are still as wide as the mat. Outside the feet on the edge of the mat. And bring your hands underneath your feet. Now, if you need to bend your knees, so toes are on the wrists. And so we've got the hands with the backs of the hands on the floor. And we bend the elbows toward the shins, head coming down. Nice. Bring the weight slightly forward, lengthen the heels back. Good work. Okay, so let's do a nice little shoulder opener here. So we will just come down to our tummies. So from the downward dog to the upward dog, and then we'll just bring up toes together, knees apart, sitting back onto our heels, stretching the fingers forward, looking forward. Marvellous. Now I'd like you to cross your arms in front of your body like so. So we do the left arm first. So we lie on our bellies and then have the left arm in front. So we have the palms facing up. And then I just stretch those legs out, toes on the outsides of the mat again. And just bringing your chin down so you're stretching across the arms, across the shoulders on both arms. It's nice and strong. Let's bring ourselves back up. This time the right arm is across. So remember, we've got the arms like that underneath the body. So, backs the hands are on the floor. Great, chin is on the arm. One side may be easier than the other, possibly. Relax the lower body. Beautiful. Now let's come up into our cat. We'll just do the very classical threading the needle. So bring that right arm underneath, palm is facing up, and bringing the left arm above your head. So I'm going to use a block here because it's nice to grab a block. So this left hand is facing up. I bring the shoulder down away from the ear. The buttocks don't move, and I keep stretching that top arm forward. And I can even move it back behind me. So I like having the block because it gives me some kind of something to kind of hold on to. I can grab it with my thumb and my pinky finger. So nice. Always feels so good after yoga. You know, it takes some time to get on the mats, but once you do, you think, why did it take so long? It feels so good. And this is the thing. So, let's change the other side. I'll just flip around so that you can maybe see a little bit better this way. Alright, so we're on hands and knees. And then I bring my left hand through, palm is up, and I bring that shoulder down. Yeah? And I'm going to have the block above my head. Now you don't have to grab up above your head, you know, you might like just put one palm on top of the other, or you might like to just put your hand on your hip. The important thing is getting that shoulder down on the arm on the bottom and really pressing that arm down that's on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to reach above my head, grab the block, get it how I like it. Ah, excellent, feels so good. Our bodies love to stretch. We hold so much information in all the cells in the body, and the fascia is like this interconnecting network that covers over the surface of everything. So when we do yoga, we actually help to release the fascia, which can get bunched up. So that's why it feels so good when we practice yoga. And one of the reasons. One of many, many, many reasons. Beautiful. And let's come back up. And if you have a strap, let's just quickly do one more thing. So we'll grab the strap and bring it out in front of us. I'll sit cross-legged for this one. You can too if you like. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so stretching those arms out, and then bring the hands out wider than your shoulders. And then inhale, bring the arms overhead and then back behind you. So you will move the hands according to what your body needs. So bring all the way back. So we've got that external rotation with the hands. And then coming up, and we've still got the external rotation. And inhale, and back. Inhale, actually it's an internal rotation at the front, you see? Internal rotation at the front, and as we flip over, exhale rotation at the back. Let's do one more. Inhale rotation at the front, and external rotation at the back. Now bring the hands a bit closer together, so move that belt closer, and closer, good, and closer. And let's just stretch those arms behind us and really pulling. So I've got my palms facing outwards. I'm pulling on the strap and I can really bring my shoulders down. Great. So let's finish by resting. So change the cross of the legs and bring the block in front of you for your forehead. So depending on your body, you may have it on whatever level, or you could even use 2 blocks or a pillow, anything you like. Okay, so we're going to interlace the fingers behind us and lift the arms up, and imagine someone's pulling the hands behind us. As we exhale, we bring our forehead to the block. That's it. So keep the arms coming straight behind, and when you're comfortable, lift them all the way overhead. Move the block away if you don't need it. Beautiful, coming all the way back up, and we'll change the cross of the legs, change the cross of the hands, keeping everything nice and even. Inhaling, exhaling, looking forward, and then bring the forehead to the floor, arms up. Okay, that's all we have time for. So, thank you so much, beautiful people. Just rotating and opening the fingers and the other way. So that was day 29, tomorrow's day 30. Oh my goodness, the end of the challenge for June. I hope you've really enjoyed this. Next month in July, I'll be doing one 1-hour class and 1 half-hour class, and they will be related to each other. So make sure that you like and subscribe below, so that, and give me comments please. It really helps me to make sure that I'm doing what you need. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Namaste.